Before I get started, I want to quickly announce that my entire sticker shop is 25% off right now to celebrate a bunch of new releases. Check it out at PlanningWithKay.com, linked in the description down below. Now let's get into the video. Hey guys, what's up? My name's Kayla from Planning with Kay, and welcome back to another video. After a 10-month break from posting edited Plan With Me videos, I am so excited to finally be back here today with you guys with my new bullet journal setup video, where I'm going to show you how I set up the core spreads at the very start of this brand new bullet journal. Starting a new bullet journal is always a really special and magical feeling for me. The excitement of cracking open a new notebook is a thrill all on its own. And of course, a new journal is always a chance for a fresh start, a clean slate, and a new beginning. But starting a new journal can also sometimes be a little bit of a daunting process. The pressure of that first blank page can be overwhelming, and I know that I've gotten caught in the trap before of overcomplicating the setup of a new journal. So with all that being said, I want to keep this new journal setup simple and fun today. I am not going to overload myself with a ton of different spreads to keep up with, just a few core pages that will help keep me organized for the next few months. And I'm also going to have fun playing around with a rainbow color scheme so that these pages are bright and cheerful so that they elevate my mood whenever I use them. So let's dive right in. The first page I'm going to set up to kick off this new bullet journal is a bright decorative cover page. For this cover page, I wanted to do something that would be fun and relaxing to create and would also get me really excited for the rest of this setup. So I decided to do a full page rainbow sticker collage showcasing a ton of different stickers that I've created over the years. I started with red stickers at the top and finished with purple and pink stickers at the bottom, creating a really beautiful rainbow gradient effect down the page. I also loved making this collage since it gave me a chance to use a bunch of my Oops sticker sheets that I have sitting around. In case you're new here, I run an online sticker shop, PlanningWithKay.com, where I design, manufacture, and ship out thousands of stickers right out of my home. And throughout the manufacturing process, sometimes sticker sheets will become a little bit imperfect in some kind of way, like the cut lines are a little too deep or the sticker sheet gets a little bit ripped. And I really don't like to waste these imperfect oops sheets, as I call them. So I save these for my own personal use, and when my Oops stash becomes large enough, I will also sell limited discounted Oops bundles in my shop, where you can get 10 of these Oops sticker sheets for $10. And I actually just got to the point where my stash was big enough that I could list some of these bundles again. So there are 100 of the 10-sheet Oops mystery bundles available in my shop right now for a limited time only. My entire sticker shop is also 25% off right now to celebrate the release of my new Rainforest and Retro Arcade collections. So if you want to stock up on some stickers for your bullet journal, be sure to check out my sticker shop at PlanningWithKay.com, linked in the description down below. After finishing my sticker collage, I put a little 2023 header to finish it off, and that is it for this fun decorative cover page. Right next to this, I'm going to create a year at a glance page for 2023, and I'm using my 2023 small calendar stickers to make this really quick and easy. A year at a glance is one of my main core pages that I like to put at the start of every single one of my bullet journals, and I always end up glancing at it way more often than I think I will. And even though I'm starting this journal in April, I personally still like to have a view of the entire calendar year for reference. So my year at a glance is going to be for January through December of 2023, but if you prefer, you could also start your year at a glance at the current month. For example, April 2023 through April 2024. But that is totally up to you. For the rest of this page, I'm using my Crayola Supertip markers to put a colored stripe on top of each calendar in rainbow order, and then I'm sticking in the monthly headers from the calendar sticker sheet right on top. I'm finishing it off with another 2023 header at the very top of the page, and that is it for the first spread in my new bullet journal. I went into these first pages without much of a plan, except for knowing that I wanted to keep my setup simple and fun, and so far I could not be happier with how it's turning out. The bright colors, the sticker decoration, the clean functionality. This spread is bringing me all of those joyful new journal feelings that I was looking forward to, and it's making me really excited to set up the rest. So let's get right back into it. The next spread I'm setting up is going to be a future log for the next 8 months. To match the rainbow color scheme I've got going on, I decided to bust out this rainbow dot grid notepad from Archer and Olive, and I'm going to use a page from each color to create some cool ripped paper headers throughout this setup. So like I said, I'm trying to keep this new journal setup simple. I really wanted to keep it to just the essential spreads that I couldn't live without, and a future log is definitely one of my core spreads that I always need at the start of a new journal. A future log is a place to keep note of future events or tasks beyond the current month. You can make your future log as simple or detailed as you like. You could have a whole page for each month. You could just have a small little space for a few events. You could have a future log for the next 18 months if you like to plan ahead extensively, or just for the next 6 months if you prefer. You could even forego a future log entirely and just use your phone or your Google Calendar for these future events. Bottom line is that you can always adjust your future log to work better for you. So just take my setup as a jumping off point and make changes as you see fit. My journals typically last me anywhere from 4 to 6 months, so I decided to create this future log for the next 8 months, taking me through the end of 2023. I've experimented with a ton of different future logs over the years of all shapes and sizes, and for myself personally, I've come to realize that I don't need my future log to be too extensive. It mostly ends up being a place for birthdays, travel dates, holidays, and tax or business deadlines. And I typically do not need a lot of space to fit all of that. I'm using my Medium 2023 calendar stickers for this future log to once again make the setup quick and easy. I also realized here that I made a mistake in this setup and I did not give myself nearly enough room for the monthly headers and my future event lists. Luckily, I'm pretty good at thinking on my feet when I make a mistake in my bullet journal, so this ended up being an easy fix. I pulled the bottom row of calendars up from this page and I stuck them onto the next spread instead, which ended up giving me a column under each month to write in all of my future events and tasks. I still wanted my header to show up for both spreads though, so I quickly turned this into a Dutch door spread by cutting off the header on the right page and pasting it onto the page beneath it. I feel like that sounded a little bit confusing, but hopefully it makes sense when you're watching what I'm doing here. After correcting my mistake and adjusting this future log layout, it's time to grab my rainbow assortment of Crayola Supertip markers and letter in my monthly headers. And when I do lettering like this, I often get questions wondering how I learned to write like this. And the answer is a combination of consistent practice and learning from others. When I started bullet journaling 7 years ago, that's when I also started teaching myself hand lettering like this. And especially at the beginning of that process, I was very intentionally practicing my lettering nearly every single day. I'd look through lettering hashtags and accounts on Instagram and mimic the styles of lettering I was seeing there. I'd participate in daily lettering challenges I'd find online. And I'd also try experimenting with different pens and markers to find my personal preference in lettering supplies. So if you're looking to learn or improve your hand lettering, just remember that consistency and practice is key, and try getting inspiration for different lettering styles from online content creators. Alright, so my future log is all set up and ready to go. Like I've been saying over and over, my goal for this setup was to keep it simple functionally. So while normally I'd go on to set up a bunch more spreads with a variety of different collections and trackers, this time, I'm only setting up one more very simple spread, which will have one page for memories and milestones, and one page as a general brain dump space. For this memories and milestones page, I'm of course starting with a header at the top of the page, alternating my rainbow markers to create this beautiful rainbow lettering. And I'm also using my Tombow Fudenosuke hard-tip brush pen for all of the black writing on this spread. Memory keeping is one of my favorite parts of bullet journaling, and I love how my bullet journal allows me to capture and organize my thoughts, experiences, and memories into basically a time capsule that is so easy to look back on for years to come. I want for this page to just be a blank open area for me to write down or paste in photos of any key memories or milestones that happened during the months I'm using this journal. And I put some more of that rainbow ripped paper at the bottom of the page just for some added visual interest. It's now time to create my final page in this setup, which is going to be a brain dump. For me, brain dumps are essentially just spaces for any notes or ideas that don't have a home anywhere else in my journal. I include brain dumps in my monthly setups as well, so that each month I have some extra space if needed, and those brain dumps are typically filled with random business ideas, bill and budget calculations, or notes from meetings that I have throughout the month. So this main brain dump at the start of my journal is going to be more for long-term notes. Things like ideas for spreads I want to try in my next journal, theme ideas for sticker collections later this year, long-term financial calculations, etc. And honestly, sometimes my brain dump doesn't end up getting used at all, and that is totally okay. I still like having it just in case. So this page is very simple. All it has is a header at the top. I used another one of those ripped pieces of colorful paper, some random decoration from my Oops sticker sheets, and my black brush pen, and the rest of the page will stay blank for anything I need to write down in the future. And just like that, my new bullet journal is all set up and ready to go. I hope you enjoyed watching me create these core spreads, and I hope it gave you some inspiration for your own bullet journal. Remember though that your bullet journal is a completely personalized tool, and what works for me won't necessarily work best for you. So don't be afraid to experiment, try new things, and change it up the next time you're setting up a new journal. Before I sign off, I also want to remind you one last time that my entire sticker shop, physical and digital stickers, are 25% off right now to celebrate the release of 2 brand new collections. And I have those limited time Oops bundles available for purchase as well. So if you liked any of the stickers that I used today and you want to give them a try for yourself, go to PlanningWithKay.com or click the link in the description below. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to give it a like. It really helps out my channel. And subscribe to stay up to date with all future uploads. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at PlanningWithKay for more content, or join my Patreon for automatic sticker deliveries. And the links to my shop, Patreon, and everything else is in the description down below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.